I was diagnosed in, I think, the 90s when I turned to a teenager. When I found out about it, it was kind of difficult to get in round my head. Well, difficulties at school would be basically bullying and stuff. I dealt with the situation by firstly walking away from it, but then over time I learned how to report the situation. People would tell me I was different, but not in the nicest of ways. But ever since then I've learned to just brush that negativity aside. I'm quite aware of my surroundings. I'm more focused on things than other people would be focused on, like facts and figures. When I say to somebody about a certain statistic, they're like, what? I can recognise flags of the world. Even look at the picture and immediately identify what the flag is. I'm pretty interested in computers. If I ever went to work, I feel that my computer skills would be one of the best out of every skill that I have. All of these interests then started to help me along with my autistic spectrum. How to cope with it is like I did certain things that interested me, like looking up facts and figures. If I get too tense, I will kind of leave the room and be on my own. I feel that if I'm on my own, I will feel more calmer, but then after a while I will go back, so that's a way of how I can cope. And other ways are just playing video games and watching certain programs. Sometimes I'll repeat them, because sometimes I like to act out the voice acting so it will make me feel calmer. I didn't feel very sociable back in my youth. I used to want to hide away from everybody else, wanted to just be on my own, but now that I think about it, when I've learned to know people a lot more, it's made me feel happy and proud that I can go out there and interact with so many people. At one point I was in a tight spot. I became a victim of fraud, a bank fraud, and the experience was very frightening. It was a new experience to me because nothing like this had ever happened to me before, and what I was asked was to phone them up, and considering using a phone to me is quite challenging. So when I called up, I was really surprised on how clearly and informative I was about the whole situation, and then they sorted it out, and I felt really proud that I did what I did, because I never thought I'd be able to do it. Anything to do with everyday life is an achievement in itself, so if you can do that, fantastic. Well, of course it makes me different from other people, but to be honest, it doesn't really affect me anymore. If I had the power to change who I am, and if I still have Asperger's, I'd say I would still have Asperger's, because this is who I am. I don't care who thinks of me any differently or otherwise. I like me. I like being who I am, and I'm proud of it.